And welcome back to the NBHL Game of the Week. We've got a really special one for you with the postseason in August. The stakes couldn't be higher. Massachusetts Tier 1, Game 3. New England Scorpions, Cleghorn Crooks. Winner wins Massachusetts Tier 1. I'm Matthew Aaron. Thank you so much for being with us. This is going to be a special one because not only are these two teams the best in Massachusetts Tier 1, but they've played two excellent games in this series already. Game 1 went to the Scorpions 7-5. Incredible number. The Crooks won 3-1 in Game 2, so we are in a do-or-die Game 3. Both of these teams are going to the Nationals as the top two finishers in Massachusetts Tier 1, but the Crooks have been dominant. Even when they were the Leominster Stars, they want to keep on winning and keep their hold on Massachusetts Tier 1. The Scorpions would like to break it in their second year of being in the NBHL. The Scorpions beat the Shamrocks, a 3-seed, 2-1 in both of their games in the semifinals. The Crooks beat the South Coast Union with a 5-seed, 5-2 and 6-1. We're certainly in for a game where all the marbles at stake. You've seen a couple of those in the games of the week previous. We're really excited to bring this one to you. Scorpions and Crooks, Game 3 is next.
From the beginning of time, men and women have been friends, family, but yet rivals as well. Some of the most epic battles have been fought from the North to the South Pole and anywhere in between. As time flies, battles have transformed themselves into sports. Yet, the fundamentals remain the same, with lighter shields and a different type of sword. But evolution is clever. It introduces new rules but keeps one thing intact: adrenaline. So it's with honor and pride that we present to the world all of the above into one sport. Hockey ball, the game born in the North that can be played from the mountains to the ocean, and from America to Europe, all the way to the land of the rising sun. Napper. Anyone, anywhere.
Can't wait to bring this one to you. All the marbles, do or die, every cliche in the book for this Game 3. New England Scorpions, Cleghorn Crooks, the two best teams in Massachusetts Tier 1, one of the premier leagues in all of the NBHL. And we're off to a flying start. The Crooks are in the black with the black uniforms. Prison garb, you could almost say. They are Crooks after all. Scorpions, white uniforms, blue trim, black shorts. Looking forward to where this one goes. As a quick shot comes in, Brandon Jones. He is one of the 4 Massachusetts Tier 1 MVPs on this roster, number 13. There are 4 of them for the Crooks. We've talked about that. They've been on the Game of the Week multiple times this year, if you remember and go back. They played some fun games. The Scorpions, amazingly, for being the second place team in Massachusetts Tier 1, actually haven't been on a Game of the Week yet this year, but here they are in one of the best games to be that. Brandon Garneau centering it, tried to get it to Concordia. That didn't work out, 68-91. Gonna see what we've got going on for these two teams. They split the season series, these two. When they played earlier, it's a start for the Crooks that they're gonna like. They've spent a lot of time in the offensive zone. This is Tim Meza, number 13, trying to dig that out of the corner. That point shot hit some shoes. The shoes there of Andrew Walsh, 96. For the Scorpions, this is their second year in the NBHL. They lost to the Leominster Stars, who are now the Cleghorn Crooks, in the semifinals last season. They did not make it to Nationals a season ago, as we get a whistle and a face-off in the offensive zone for the Scorpions. But they're going to go this year. And as you said, the top 2 teams in Massachusetts are going to go to Nationals, so we're going to see them again. But the stakes are still extremely high. You want to win Massachusetts Tier 1. And they're looking for that opportunity. And again, you couldn't really be more even. They've split everything this season. Now this is going to get cleared over the line. It's going to go all the way down. And down into that corner there. About 2 minutes into this opening period of game number 3. Thank you so much for being with us. And if you're new, you watched the wonderful NBHL show on ESPN2 last Thursday. Welcome. I know that game took place earlier in the year, but it's a good example of what you get in ball hockey, and especially the stakes now couldn't be higher. This is still stuck in the corner. Nobody wanted to move it. Now, Tyler Bertone trying to get out on the break. The 22 tried to set it up, but the Crooks had it all sorted out. And this is J.D. Dudley. He's the 2023 Massachusetts MVP. That deflects to the far side. Anthony Fermani in goal for the Scorpions. Andrew Carter, who is the most valuable goalie in 2023 in Massachusetts Tier 1 for the Crooks. Neither have really been tested yet. There's no real need to feel out anything at this point, as that shot from Jones ends up going wide. Come back to the point shot. KJ Dowling tried to squeeze it through. 2 points on the year for him. That got blocked away, and the Scorpions will be able to reset. Off the intro, Scorpions and Crooks both won their semifinal series 2-0. As this deflects out of play. Scorpions beat the Shamrocks, as you mentioned, then 2 times, 2-1 each. And the Crooks beat the South Coast Union. They played in one of the more entertaining games of the week earlier this year, 5-2 and 6-1. Union were the 5 seed in Massachusetts Tier 1. The Scorpions beat the 3-seeded Shamrocks. Cam Cordio will take this draw. He has 15 points on the season. There are point getters everywhere in this matchup. That's scooped out all the way down by the Crooks, who are trying to get some offensive zone time going before it gets chipped out of play once again. That was Checo, number 90 for the Scorpions playing in. After the 2 games, first game, as you said, 7-5 Scorpions, wild offensive game. And then the second game, the Crooks locked it down and made it 3-1. Much more of a kind of playoff game you would expect. Miles Albert will take this draw at 91. He gets it back to Luke Jones, who was a champion of Tier 1 a couple of years ago. Now it's a 2-on-1 for the Crooks. Can they get something going? They tried that backdoor pass. It was Corey Wilson, number 72. Another one of those MVPs that got blocked away in some shoes. And still, really not many shots on goal for either team yet. Or Corey Fredrickson. That's last year's Massachusetts Tier 1 MVP. 81, trying to set it up. Looks like there might be a slash there, but referees have let it go. Wilson trying to send it in, once again blocked. Wilson sets one on net. That's a first save for Fermani. He has to parry it to the corner. Crooks trying to set the table offensively. They get it in front. I think that was Fredrickson, who ended up swinging and missing. More hard body contact. There was Pacheco just thrown to the boards in front of the bench, and this goes all the way on net. Andrew Carter had to play it all the way back down on net, so there's no icing, and this had Zach McLeod to go get it. 3-point season for him. Now, we haven't talked a lot yet about Jacob Landry, number 46 for the Scorpions. Second in the points in division with 24. Number 1 is Corey Wilson, who we've already talked about. Keep him down? Gonna be hard to do that. There's no question. This is Cordio, who tries to weave through, but he'll be patient. Backhands it in after he got the red line. Adrian Gager will send it along, but it ends up going into his team's bench. Played about half the first period. And right now, no real chances to speak of. It's been, you don't want to say ping pong, it has been back and forth, but there's been offensive zone time for each, but really good defending, good structure for both teams. Hard to find a way through, but these teams score a bunch, so there's odds are we're going to get goals. That was Wilson who tried a shot from the sharp angle. Vermani makes the stop. This one rolled on net for a second. A.J. Mills was trying to grab it, but Vermani covers. We get another whistle. Again, when you have teams that know each other so well, there are no secrets. Don't want to make a mistake. Under the lights, the pressure is sure the brightest. Jacob Morrow, the captain, who's got to take the face off here. Scorpions trying to pull it. You can see how he shorted up at his stick. That came out in front, rolled away. Gager loose at the side of the net for a second, and now it's the other way. 2-on-2 perhaps for the Scorpions. Trying to get this into the offensive zone with some possession. Morrow couldn't settle it. Wilson again tried that long slap shot. Fermani had to make the save. It's loose in front for a second. But there's Landry. Fleet of foot. Good control to work through all of those stick checks, but then eventually turned over. Fermani in front. There's a great save. There's the first big save of the day. Fermani made a big one there on Wilson. As Landry tried to weave his way through too many bodies of the way. That came in front. It was loose for a second, and now coming the other way. Dutney was trying to settle the ball down for himself. He's going to try to wheel it around the boards. And he ended up turning it over, and now there's trouble. And that shot was blocked. It comes to the corner. That was Gager got the chance in. Gager. What's that? Vitone the shot, he scores. That's the 4th goal of the season for Tyler Vitone. What an incredible shot. He fires this through traffic. Lots to work with. Look at all those bodies in the way. Not a whole lot Carter could do. Gager helped set it up. A little bit of loose turnover in your own zone, and it is the Scorpions who score first. They've got a 1-0 lead a little more than halfway through this period. That's the start the Scorpions certainly wanted. But almost certainly, there's going to be a response. These teams are too good. As this at the side of the net, Fermani had to hug that near post. Long shot there from Consalvo, number 8 for the Crooks. Now it's going to get behind him. Zach Warner-Sine. He tries to stuff it in short side. Carter was there. He was a Tier 2 champion in 2022 with the South Coast Chargers, so he's a great player. Another shot from the angle doesn't work. That was kept in by Meza. Warner-Sine again, left circle, came in front, down is Carter. He's got it. Might have just fallen on top of the ball. This will give us a better look. Warner-Sine, the defenseman, does a good job. He tried to send it out in front to Andrew Walsh, number 96, side of the net. He was looking for a deflection of some kind with Carter not down and out, but he was certainly scrambling. Sent the other way, rolls on net. That's got to be covered by Fermani. Scorpions with the lead, 1-0 on the goal from Vitone from Gabe. A lot more to come in this one, no doubt. This has been a really fun game to start. A lot of good defensive plays, finding it hard to get shots to goalies, and the goal that does come through was an excellent shot that just beat all these bodies. Got to get this face-off set up right. It's Landry to take it. Comes back up high. Long shot, scores! It's Wilson from a long way out. Didn't take long for the Crooks to respond, and this game is even. Just a very simple face-off, and you notice how long it took to get that face-off play set up. It was Dudney who won it. That's MVP to MVP, and this just skips through all sorts of traffic. And Wilson, who scores for fun. He's got the goal. And it is a 1-1 game. And Carter's got to go and cover that up. Both teams scoring through a lot of traffic. Goalies don't have it easy when you've got all that traffic in the vicinity. There's a hard contact along these near boards. You can hear it. Contact you can hear. It was Wilbur, number 21, trying to push it along, and now it's Josh Lambert, number 23. He wanted to get that set up. He's tapping for it, too, but he's got to go back to the point. Or at least he wanted to, but there was no angle to do so. More hard defending. This is Fredrickson. Tries to shuttle it back in front. Fermani had to go down, but the ball never reached the crease. Kept it to the point. This is Dowling shooting. I don't think that got through. We have less than 2 minutes to go in the period. Back again to the point. A little D-to-D passing. Dowling looking for options. He's got to go back now to Dutney. Dutney with a chance. Missed everything. He's slipping. That was McLeod in a duel there. Hack McLeod, number 24 for the Scorpions. Turned along. Another shot got blocked. Still more pressure at the side of that. Fermani just trying to fence it out of trouble. There's a chance for Lambert that didn't go. And it's cleared into the neutral zone. One-on-one. Here's Landry. He shoots and scores. The second leading point scorer in Mass Tier 1 puts his name on the score sheet. One-on-one, just picked up a loose ball. There wasn't a lot of traffic there. Used Dowling as a screen and flipped it right by him, and it's 2-1 Scorpions. This is the kind of game we expected to see. Less than a minute to go in the period. Wilson trying to play it through. More physical contact. You can hear it, too. With everything on the line, you're playing for keeps. Pacheco trying to dig it out in front. That ball was stuck behind the net for a second. Carter is down. Going to be numbers for the Crooks if they hustle, but before that, we've got a whistle. And we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Had something to be sorted out, and it's been sorted out while you were away. The physical contact boiled over, we're told. Another shot comes all the way through. Now, 15 seconds to go in the period. Cook's going to keep it in the offensive zone. Scorpions move the other. Warner's knee. 27, he couldn't squeeze it through. Loose on the boards. Period should be about to be over. And there's the horn. 2-1 Scorpions in a heck of a first period. We'll be back to talk about that in just a second.
Should've used tick pick.
Wait, what'd you say?
Tick pick. Look.
Oh, whoa, dude.
What? There are no hidden fees. What'd you guys think I said?
Oh, tick pick. I thought you said.
It's 2-1 Scorpions after the first period of a winner-take-all Game 3 for the Massachusetts Tier 1 Championship. And this game's been as good as advertised. Matthew Aaron, thank you so much for being with us. Let's get into it. We've got goals to talk about. First two goals of this game were through traffic, as you're seeing. Tyler Vitone, this is his fourth goal of the playoffs. Heck of a goal he scores here. Look at all the bodies in the way. It's hard if you're a goalie to stop anything when it's in that sort of traffic. Vitone coming off of a regular season in which he had 15 points. That was his fourth goal of the playoffs. Then Corey Wilson, one of the 4 MVPs, led Massachusetts Tier 1 in scoring, his 7th goal of the playoffs. He scored 15 in the regular season. There's a reason for it. And then Jacob Landry, second in Tier 1 in scoring. That was his 4th of the playoffs. This is just a one-on-one. Use your defender as a screen. He had 11 goals in the regular season, and he just keeps piling it on. Physical contact you could hear in that first period, and we've already seen some rough stuff, and no doubt it's going to continue with the stakes so high. Scorpions up 2-1. We're going to the second period right now.
Dude, this sucks.
It's gonna take forever.
Man, are you hot?
coming off an excellent first period. We've got a second period that should probably be even better, we hope. Let's see what we've got. Crooks down 2-1. They have done a lot of work coming back from deficits. Fermani's able to freeze it. Quickly, right off the draw of the second period. Look at this little turnaround pass. That's a good save for Fermani. It was Jones who helped set that up. That's a heck of a play. Kind of goes unnoticed real time because you're watching two teams that play so fast. Gager, number 28, trying to chip it along. He was able to get it out. Going to come all the way into a wing. That's a shot. That's stopped by Carter. Turn around here, Vitone. He sends it back to the point. That shot got blocked, and now it's the Crooks going the other way. Trying to center it all the way across, and it was a great opportunity, a little 2-on-1, but Crooks couldn't connect. And now here come the Scorpions with a chance, and they score! Andrew Walsh, he just fires this one, number 96. He's got 5 goals this season. He's got an angle on a wing. He challenges the goalie, and he beats him top shelf. Look at how far out Andrew Carter was. But what a goal from Andrew Walsh. He had 5 goals in the regular season. That is his second playoff goal. 3rd assist for Adrian Gager. He's got 2 assists in this game, and right back the Crooks. They don't even give me enough time to give you all the information, the goals. It is a beautiful setup to Dan Connors for his first playoff goal. Watch what happens here. Look at where Connors ends up. It's just a howitzer of a point shot. That's one Fermani probably wants back. He's got a line of sight on that one. Just blasting it away. We've seen point shots in this game aplenty, and there's been a lot of traffic on the way to goal. Screens on top of screens, and that was one of the rare ones where we didn't have all those screens. And in the end, it gets its way through, and it's now 3-2. That 2-goal lead lasted a total of 10 seconds, and it's now 3-2.
I have my softball sweater.
See if both teams settle down. There's a centering pass that was from Joshua Vitone. He's coming off an 11 points, 5-goal regular season. Couldn't connect with anyone. Crooks will send it ahead.
You teach PG that, Dad? Chip it in deep and change. You're a big fundamentals guy, so.
Time for the Scorpions to set up after some offensive zone time. Doesn't lead to a whole lot, but all they can do is dump it into the offensive zone, and now it'll be J.D. Dutney. That's the 2023 MVP. We've talked about this in the many Crooks games we've done on the Game of the Week this year. This could be icing.
I know you like.
Might be offside, in fact. No, actually, I think they're going to call it icing. I had it right the first time. 24 MVP was Corey Fredrickson. 23 MVP, J.D. Dutney. 22 MVP, Brandon Jones. 21 MVP, Corey Wilson. Quite possible another Massachusetts Tier 1 MVP is going to be one of those 4 the way things are going. If you had a Conn Smythe trophy for playoff MVP, already might be Corey Wilson at this point. Let's talk about 7 goals in addition to the 15 he scored in the regular season. And we're not talking about a ton of games. These teams had byes, by the way, so you're talking 17 goals in 12 games. Down the corner, it's Steve Kendall, number 92, trying to set the Crooks on their way. It is a 3-2 lead for the Scorpions, and now this could be an opportunity for Josh Lambert, but the ball rolled away from him, and there was a chance for Zach McLeod to get rid of it. It's loose in front for a second. Corey Wilson going after it, 72. He's everywhere. If you've never watched ball hockey before, and you're just wondering who's some of the best players all around, this guy is. He tries to shoot, and that had to be swallowed up by Fermani.
I hit the cross.
The last thing you want to do is leave him open and just let him crank it up like that. He is a special player, and he's already having a special game and postseason.
So, like,
as we said,
slow too.
this is the 15th game of the... I miscounted earlier. It is the 15th game of the Crooks season, and Corey Wilson has 22 goals. That's a pretty good hit rate as we get another whistle and a stoppage. About 6:50 there or thereabouts to go in period number 2. Motoring right along. As gonna have a helmet repair. Helmets, no visors in ball hockey if you are new to this. Again, for those of you who watched us on ESPN2 last week, this is the time you want to be here. Because we're now getting into the back end of the postseason. We've got the Massachusetts Tier 1 final. We've got the playoffs in Pittsburgh and New Jersey Tier 1. And then coming soon thereafter, early September, I believe, you get the national championships. It's going to be the best of the best. Through all the tiers, Tier 1, 2, 3. Think of it, again, NHL, sort of, AHL, ECHL, if that makes sense. Not quite the same level of difference as the shot got blocked there, as the Crooks trying again to get going in the offensive zone. But, hey, tiers, there's going to be a championship Sunday, as that centering pass was blocked away and intercepted. That comes in. Oh, for your body. How about that? Nice glove save there on Brandon Jones. Here's the flashing of leather.
I don't like these.
Always love a good look what I found save.
Lower bench?
Statue of Liberty kinds of saves, yes?
Talk, going on the lower bench.
But there will be a championship Sunday where we're going to have Tier 1, 2, 3 titles and a women's title all in the same day. And that's going to be very exciting coming a while. There's another chance for Monty makes a save. He's down and he's in a lot of trouble. Another chance, somehow that didn't go. And then a third chance was flung high. That was Brandon Garneau, Florida Tier 2 champion of the Orlando Muni. He's a heck of a player. He had a great look with Fermani down and out. Now it's Carter's turn to have to fight it off, which he does, and freezes. Get a look at this. Beautiful little pass right through the legs, and look at how close. You've got that chance. Miles Albert, number 91. He just a little bit too much going. Ball you can see rolls into the net, but long after the net's off the pegs. As you would expect for a game of these stakes and where we are in the season, this goes out of play. The quality of ball hockey that you are seeing today is exceptionally good. Really great goals, great skill. There's physical contact, which again, you're not playing with the same level of padding you play with. You're playing on ice, so the physical contact, you know it and you feel it.
Probably asking when we play. Oops. We were already playing.
Albert trying to drag it back off the face-off. Wanted to get it back to the point. AJ Mills cut the wall off. Cross rink feed and a shot. It got for the sharp angle. Again, Carter trying to shut down that short side angle. That was Joshua Vito, number 25, trying to spin that through. Now it's Warner Sine looking to get it through, and there was an angle for Zach McLeod, but he couldn't get to it. Down in the corner, it's Connors. Scored his first postseason goal a little bit earlier. Again, loose in the corner. It's Wilson. Look at how Corey Wilson does everything. There is no all offense, no defense kind of thing you see with Wilson. He's everywhere. Number 72, that goes on net, and Carter, he had no choice but to freeze it. A little bit off balances. It's now a little more than halfway through period number 2. You can see 4:44 to go. It was 3-1 Scorpions. They scored 44 seconds into the period. Andrew Walsh scored his second goal of the playoffs. Then Dan Connors, quite literally 10 seconds later, using a defender as a screen, has made it 3-2. In this Game 3, winner gets the Massachusetts Tier 1 title. Crooks were named the Leominster Stars the last 2 years. And there's another chance. It's opportunities going awry for both teams. It's Brandon Jones. Look at the hustle here and that backdoor fast. Oh, boy. Hard collision with those end boards. There is not a lot of give for Corey Fredrickson. Lost his balance. It's a good rink. The weather's perfect, so it's not like you're playing on a difficult track. There's an aerial clearance. Looks able to grab it. The Leominster Stars were the NBHL champions in all of Tier 1 in 2023. More hard contact. You can hear it. We got great audio. Our crew's done a great job putting these games together for you all season. And this is the game that I can remember the most where you get rink audio better than almost any other. You can hear
I'm sure they could teach you something.
the way it's going on the rink. You can hear the contact. You can hear the shots. You can hear everything. And I think one of the best parts of any kind of hockey game you're watching is the sounds of the game. And this is what we get here. On those boards, it's kept in by Tim Meza. Scorpions trying to send it through. Again, Carter is down in an awkward position. He got back up in time. Turnaround chance. That one is Vitone. Tyler Vitone scored the first goal of the game. He held it from a sharp angle. Carter, look at the close control there. That is great stick work and hand. You've got to have great hands to be able to do that in tight space. He has a little bit more time and space than you'd expect. However, still a good save.
Fantastic. That's what I want. The fairy horse. That you just play too.
Down the hard on the boards. Albert, there might be penalty call. Got a whistle. I think there was a high stick in there somewhere. Let's see. It was Miles Albert. And so it was a high sticking penalty. It is a 1 minute power play. 1 minute. Minor penalties. It works exactly the way you think it would, but just a 1 minute penalty. That shot there from Cordio was blocked.
You have to.
Not going to get mental penalties in a playoff game. Any hockey fan will tell you that. Specifically in a do or die game. There's a hammered shot from Jones. That got blocked. You just saw Jacob Landry, number 46, go to the rink and block it. We've learned already this season, if you go to the rink and you get that rink shape in your legs, it's called waffle burn. There's going to be a lot of that today. Another long shot. Dutney didn't have much of a chance there. Through traffic again. There is a lot of it. Comes on net. Jamming away was Fredrickson, among others, and Fermani holds. Chance to catch our breath in this very important moment in this game. Power play. I mean, to say the power play here is massive is really an understatement. Not going to be many of those. Warner Sini, he's a tall man. Look at, he's towering over everyone. Size important, of course. Jones keeps it alive. Big size off the faceoff makes it even more notable. Jones again, and that goes wide. Coming to the wall. Crooks with a chance. Power play's about to expire if it hasn't already. They still have the offense. No, there's a shot. They score. It's a tie game. Guess who again? Corey Wilson just unloading on one from the point. He comes free, and yeah, don't give him that space, because if you do, that'll happen. It's not a power play goal. It happened after it. Brandon Jones set it up. 22-21 MVPs, and we have got ourselves a tied game at 3. It happened 16 seconds after the penalty expired, but there was just extended offensive zone time that kept on going and going. And now, after being down 2 very briefly, we have got an even game as this is held by Andrew Carter. Less than 2 minutes to go here in period number 2.
Yeah, I guess so.
This has lived up to the billing. There's no question about it. Cloud trying to send that through. It's taken here by Brandon Garneau. Number 68. Didn't have someone to go cross rink to, circle to circle. Nothing available. 3-on-2 developing for the Scorpions. This is Joshua Vitone's shot over the top. Hits the fence behind the net. It's not meshing. It is a fence. Getting close to the end of the period. That was blocked away. Maybe an odd man opportunity for the Crooks. This is Garneau again. He tried to center it. That got blocked away and out of play. It was sent across for Kendall. He found himself in some space. There are actually a couple of guys to look at. It's a good save. Consalvo, number 8, had jumped up at the play too, but it was a good save by Fermani. Racing, a little more than a minute to go in the period. And again, another chance to catch our breath. Important time to catch our breath. And with the way these things are going, this is deflected high in the air, loose in the slot for a second. Fredrickson was looking for it. Again, the goalies are down. Not enough time and space to take advantage of all these goalies being in prone positions in this game. Nice spinning backhand from Cordio, trying to get it through traffic. Another chance for Monty with the save. It's loose and hacking away was Fredrickson, but he couldn't jam it away. Pressure mounting. Walsh. This is down low. We do have less than a minute to go in the period, about 35 seconds. Scorpions held the lead after 1. Right now it's tied. Heading into perhaps the second intermission. This is Landry. Looking for an angle. That deflects high in the air. Picked up by Dutney off the bounce. Crooks desperate to stay on side. It's another shot that's held by Fermani.
Don't look that up.
This face-off, not much time left, so Scorpions are going to get the players they want out. Trying to get your best players in this situation in the offensive zone. It is Wilson who will take it. He can blast shots from the point, take face-offs. You can see where all the bodies are, but it's a good face-off win for the Scorpions, and now they're going to be able to clear it. 2-on-1 opportunity right before the horn sounds. Shot was blocked. 2 seconds and 1, and we're going to head to period number 3, even at 3. Can you ask for anything more than that in Game 3 of the Massachusetts Tier 1 Final? Second intermission coming right up.
Tune in to the Commish Chat podcast, your go-to source for weekly league breakdowns, current events, and behind-the-scenes stories from the world of ball hockey and the NBHL. Whether you're a player, a fan, or just discovering the game, we've got you covered. We break down top matchups, highlight standout performances, and dive into everything happening on and off the rink, from highlight reel goals to major league updates and everything in between. New episodes drop regularly, and you can catch every one on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Commish Chat, an NBHL podcast.
Can you ask for anything better than a do-or-die game? It's tied after the second period. 3-3 Scorpions and Crooks. Winner wins Massachusetts Tier 1 for 2025. Matthew Aaron, thank you so much for being with us. All of the old fans who have been with us all throughout the games of the week this year, and the new fans as well, you've come in at a great time, because in the second period, you get Andrew Walsh, 44 seconds in, his second goal of the playoffs. So important for the Scorpions to jump out. They have a 3-1 lead. You're thinking, boy, this is an opportunity for them to maybe sit on this lead and defend. But Dan Connors, one of the unsung heroes of a team that's got a lot of heroes, to be sure. Only his second goal all told all season. That 10 seconds later makes it 3-2. And then after a power play doesn't work out, it's extended power play. Corey Wilson, he had one in the first period from a similar kind of position, and that shot's just lethal. His 8th of the playoffs. He has 23 goals in 15 games, putting the Cleghorn Crooks on his back as they try to get back on top of Massachusetts Tier 1. They're both going to nationals, but you want a trophy, right? After the third period, maybe overtime, we're going to find out who gets a trophy. You want to find out too, don't you? Stay with us.
What is it? My new boyfriend. So sweet. Look what he just sent me.
Ooh, that's a lovely view.
Huh?
What are you two looking at?
Tip pick.
What did you say?
Tip pick. Tickets to the show with no hidden fees.
TickPick, the only major no-fee ticket site with the same seats at better prices.
Game for all the marbles, period for all the marbles. Third period, 3-3. Matthew Aaron, thank you so much for being with us. Any one play can determine a champion.
That works out.
That is the kind of
That's everyone then.
sport you want. Doesn't matter what sport it is. It doesn't matter where it's being played, when it's happening. And that's what we've got in this third period. Consalvo up the boards. Crooks have not led at any point in this game. They've been tied 1-1 and 3-3. There's a shot that gets parried to the corner. Loose for a second before Corey Wilson will set it up.
Good that me and Brady
He's trying to make this fit up the boards. He's cut off Albert there, but they're able to pass their way through it. Comes along to the corner. This is Brandon Garneau. He's been around Tier 2 in big chances, and he scores! He's been around all sorts of ball hockey. He won a Tier 2 championship last year in Florida. He's trying to win a Tier 1 championship this year, and he's put his team up 4-3. He just circles with it, uses Meza as a screen. Great skill from Brandon Garneau. He'd be a star on almost any other team he's playing on. That's only his second goal of the postseason. And for Garneau, only his fourth goal all told. But what a time to score it. It is now a 4-3 Crooks lead. They haven't had a lead at any point. Shot in front. Down is Carter. He spun around to try to find the ball. But he was able to get back in position because the ball was in the corner. A.J. Mills' second assist. Ryan Consalvo first assist. Mills had a 4-point regular season. Consalvo had a 14-point regular season. This is frozen as well by Fermani. He's going to have to make all the saves. This was the chance. Oh, another beautiful glove save right there. That one was on Dan Connors, who scored the second goal. This game has been absolutely the pinnacle of what you could get. And, as we talked about before, there's a higher level still to go when the regional champs are going to meet up. That came across. It was Warner Sine. Had to pass it to the wall. Scorpions still have plenty of time. You can afford to be patient. Don't take too many risks as of yet. This is Landry. He scored earlier. His fourth of the postseason. Going to be on his back. There's no question about it. Second highest point scorer in Massachusetts Tier 1. Hard battle in the corner. Another point shot. This goes a ways out of play. Body's hitting the deck, too. It is deck hockey, after all. Well, a relative of deck hockey, we should be saying. But whatever it is, or whatever you would like to call it, ball hockey, growing from deck hockey, Massachusetts is one of the spiritual homes of that. It's amazing to think that for all the times we've done Mass Tier 1 games this year, it's the first New England Scorpions game we've done. Just never had a chance to get them in the show. But seeing what we're missing, they played great tonight. Crooks are right now 1 goal better. Along the wall, Garneau, who right now has the Massachusetts Tier 1 winning goal. That's exactly why the Crooks went out to get him. Another chance was stopped by Fermani. Crooks got to be patient in the way they defend. That shot from Albert was stopped. And the Crooks will be able to reset. Again, I don't think the Scorpions are going to press at this point. They don't really need to. You've got probably about 7 minutes thereabouts to go. Consalvo trying to weave his way in. To the corner he goes, trying to find the ball. Able to wriggle through. Scorpions trying to clear it, but struggling to do so. It's A.J. Mills into the slot. That got blocked. And we've got a whistle, and there's some pushing going on. There are penalties being called, but I think, if I have it correct, we've got coincidental minors, so it's not going to be a power play for either team. I mean, it is playoff hockey. We don't have many penalties to call. They had 1 power play earlier, Miles Albert. He's going to go along with Brandon Garneau. So Albert's taken 2 minors today. Garneau, who just scored the 4-3 goal, takes 1. Because they were coincidental minors, no change in man strength. It's still 5-on-5. Both teams are going to make changes here as we've sorted it out. Two referees in ball hockey. They also act as linesmen. You see him with the orange shoulders and the stripes. But so, you have Garneau and Albert who are in the box. 4 now, but still 5-on-5. Crooks moving in, and a good chance for Monty stops.
They're not going to have him Boston again.
That's the opportunity there from Fredrickson.
Might have it, like...
Again, one part about the Crooks, with all the talent they have, all those MVPs, is you got to get them work together. There is no one. I mean, Wilson is playing like a star in the playoffs, but all of these players, there's one ball, so you have to be willing to share a little bit, and you got to be a little bit selfless, and that is the case in any postseason in all of sports. And that's exactly what you're seeing here. And look, it's not like they haven't gotten theirs. Brandon Jones had an 8-point regular season. J.D. Dutney didn't score in the regular season. And then you've got Corey Fredrickson who had 19 points. A lot of those were Apple's assists. But you can see, well, why this team's here. This is sent all the way down. It's a bouncer, and it ended up on net, so it's not icing. Sent to the slot. It was blocked away. There was a Crook all alone, breaking away. Crooks breaking away in a good context this time, unless you're a Scorpions fan. This is sent all the way down. Another bouncer. And that's a tough one for Fermani. Again, because it's a rink and it's a ball, it's not a puck and ice. That's a really tough hot potato to stick a fork in.
No, like the same design. Like instead of like Boston or Red Sox, it says NBHL.
Tyler Vitone will take this draw here. Scored the first of the 7 goals we have for you right now.
It's kind of tough because it's like
time is starting to become an enemy of the New England Scorpions. Their second year in the NBHL. They lost to this team in the semifinals last year. So one step further this year. They will be at the national competition later this year. But look, somebody wants to dethrone the Crooks from being the champions of Mass Tier 1. Whether they're this team, their name Leominster Stars again. Another whistle, another frozen ball. You want to beat the best. You got to beat the best. And look, both of these teams have got great opportunities to win in the overall national competition. There's no question about that. But you want to be in to that competition first, not second, obviously. Face-off win. Back to Tim Meza. Try to use the dasher boards to get it out. To the wing.
Yes.
This is Walsh. Got blocked on the way in. Tyler Vitone wants to center. He gets it back up for Colin Wilbur, who was a Leominster Star last year, so he knows this team pretty well. Comes in front. There's a save. Carter again. Comes into the neutral zone. Going to roll all the way down. A chance to cover it. Fermani, he had to. A.J. Mills bearing down. That's the right play. No question about it.
They do look similar.
I saw the longer hair.
On the boards, shuttled ahead. That was a nice break up there by Connors. He's got a goal. There, another shot there. How about that block? Ryan Consalvo, we're at the point where blocks like that are going to get cheered just as loudly as goals. And that is the excellence of playoff hockey, isn't it?
I like it.
Wait, when you're blocking shots and you're getting cheered as loudly, like you're taking one for the team, you are sacrificing your limbs. It's breaking up. Could be a breakaway. Opportunity. Oh, great save for Monty. That probably keeps this Scorpions team in the game. It was a heck of an opportunity. Came all the way through. It was Garneau who was out of the box who had a breakaway, and Fermani made the save. Loosen the slide, and there is another frozen ball. Andrew Carter had to cover it. Warner Cini and others bearing down. It was Landry as well. Coming close. The Scorpions, I mean, Garneau, who has right now the go-ahead goal, in on a breakaway. Really dangerous, and Fermani's made the same. Look, Fermani's given up one goal, I think, in this game he'd probably want back. Otherwise, it's tough for these goalies to see these shots. There is traffic upon traffic in front of him, and now Fermani's got to cover it. Rolled from the other side of the rink. And so, can't blame him.
And Fermani's our goalie.
Corey Wilson going to step into the circle on hat trick watch. Well, you want to talk about players to watch, certainly.
I kind of figured he was about.
I thought he was. I think it's just the helmet.
Do or die game, couple goals after having an incredible postseason to boot. And again, the Scorpions won game 1 7-5. They had the Crooks on the ropes. And they had a 2-goal lead in this game, but for only 10 seconds. That is a dangerous pass, intercepted by Dutney, one of those MVPs. He finds another one, Jones, and that's stopped. Fermani again. There wasn't a whole lot of angle there to work with, but a heck of a save. We were thinking about 3.5 minutes to go. It's not pull the goalie time, but we're getting close. That shot goes wide. Albert hammered it, pulled the trigger. That was going to be icing. It was never touched. Offensive zone draw. You almost wonder at this point if the Scorpions are thinking about maybe pulling the goalie here. You got an offensive zone face-off. There aren't going to be many better times to figure it out, but as of right now, that's not happening. They are still 5-on-5. They'll wait to pull the goalie at least for a little bit. Fredrickson's got to get back into the play and get his helmet situation sorted out. I think he's going to have to go to the bench to do it, so he'll need to get a change. Again, Crooks took their first lead of this Game 3, a minute 4 into the third period. Brandon Garneau got the goal. He played in California. He played in Florida. He's now played in Massachusetts Tier 1 on a loaded squad. Walls shoots. It's off the glove of Carter. Loose down in the corner. Trying to find Vitone. And now it is the Crooks who are going to set the table. They can be patient. And now you wonder if the Scorpions are going to have to take a few more risks going forward. There's a good stick there from Walsh. Turns it back along. There's a shout for offside. It was not offside. This is Josh Vitone. He wanted to get a point shot in. And again, the Scorpions got to regroup in the neutral zone. Walsh will try to set it at his own blue line. Cross almost gave it away. Fredrickson had to break it, and he slipped. It's still loose. Given away again. Wilson had it broken up. Back the other way. It's still loose in the neutral zone. Vitone turned it over. There's a chance. They score! It's Brandon Jones. He blasts that one by the glove of Fermani. It's a 2-goal lead for the Crooks. Oh, it's a tough one for Fermani to give up in that spot. And Brandon Jones, the 22 MVP, and 7 goals in the regular season. That's only his 4th of this playoff. Still 4 is a lot in 4 games. It's 5-3, and the Crooks have got one hand on that trophy. There have been a couple goals for Fermani, ones that he'll tell you if he could get them back, he would. Meza trying to shoot it. It's got to be pull the goalie time now. Nothing left to lose for the Scorpions. Who had a 2-goal lead, but for only 10 seconds, and now they're down 2. They got to get one in a hurry. Circling there, Vitone. Back to the point. That's Meza. It's loose in front. Down is Carter. Clear to the wall. You can hear almost what sounds like an alarm going off in the background. Alarm bells going off for the Scorpions. That's a busted pass, but the floating blue line, once you clear it out. Landry, down low, down is Carter again. He's in trouble. Did that go in? There's a shout that it went in. I don't know if it did or not. Says that's not obviously a goal for the Crooks. Let's see if this went in.
Thanks.
Did this go in before the whistle went, before the net was off the pegs? Oh, it never went in. There's no goal. There's no goal. It's still 5-3. but that doesn't change the fact that the Scorpions need one in a hurry. Loose in front, that deflects. Whoa, the time is almost certainly running short. Barely more than a minute to go. D to D. Gager. You had Wilbur begging for it. It comes to the wall, they score! That's one back for the Scorpions. And it was Jacob Landry, his 5th of the postseason, his 2nd of the game from a sharp angle along the wall. You might not even see it because he's so far out now, he pulls back in. Look at this left-handed shot, blasts one through. Scorpions are within 1 again. Now that one clearly went in, but time is still running short. I got to get this into the offensive zone as quick as they can. Goalie off. Fermani hustling. Desperate to do so, and he kind of got his pads caught up there. Maybe they were loose, so he couldn't get off as fast as he wanted. Wilson trying to go for an empty net. It's icing. Went aerial. It is kitchen sink time in the deciding game of this Massachusetts Tier 1 5. Could you ask for anything more than this?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Don't think so. Six on 5, Scorpions got to win the faceoff. Just got to pump as much as you can towards the net. Whatever works, get it in quick as possible. They have it at the point. Tyler Bertoni got a goal earlier. That was a great block. Great block by Fredrickson. Loose at the side of the net. That chance was also blocked. Comes through to the point, but it's not beyond that red line. Floating blue line of key. Another point shot. That was from Gager, and it ends up being frozen. Held on to by Carter through all that traffic. Gotta win this face-off. It's Albert to take it for the Scorpions. Oh, and some, in soccer you call that argy-bargy, making it harder for the referee to have a face-off. Just adds to the drama, adds to the anticipation. Off the draw, it's loose in the face-off dot. Nobody could find it. This is Wilson. Look at him defending, just trying to pin that ball to the corner. And now you're gonna get a whistle, and they're not gonna allow it to just get stuck there. Another face-off.
It might be one of those weird rules.
Oh, the classic. The good old tie issue.
Here we go again. Trying to reset some shin pads.
What do we think?
Gloves. That was Warner Sine. Another face-off. Albert trying to pull it back. It's loose off the draw for a second. Free along the boards. It's going to get beyond the red line. All the way back. It's Tyler Bertone again. And time's running short. He's just got to heave it forward. Morrow, the team captain, trying to get it through. That shot goes wide. Loose in the corner. Horn sounds. The Cleghorn Crooks have won the Massachusetts Tier 1 championship in a great Game 3. They win it by 1 goal. It's that Brandon Jones goal that's the decider. So they will be heading to Nationals with the trophy in hand. And we're going to wrap this up for you in just one moment.
From the beginning of time, men and women have been friends, family, but yet rivals as well. Some of the most epic battles have been fought from the North to the South Pole and anywhere in between. As time flies, battles have transformed themselves into sports. Yet, the fundamentals remain the same, with lighter shields and a different type of sword. But evolution is clever. It introduces new rules but keeps one thing intact: adrenaline. So it's with honor and pride that we present to the world all of the above into one sport: hockey ball, the game born in the North that can be played from the mountains to the ocean, and from America to Europe, all the way to the land of the rising sun. Napper. Anyone anywhere.
Well, that was an exceptional third period. It is the Cleghorn Crooks. And they were the Leominster Stars, they won titles, and they're the Cleghorn Crooks, they win titles. Massachusetts Tier 1 champions, a 5-4 Game 3 nail-biter over the New England Scorpions. Matthew Aaron, what a pleasure to have a chance to do that game. What a game it was. 3-3 after 2 periods. Then you've got Brandon Garneau. We talked about him throughout the season. He came from Tier 2 in California and in Florida. You got him for this exact moment, right? He scores the goal to make it 4-3. Then later in the period, we've talked all the time about the goalies, Carter and Fermani. Fermani, this is one against Brandon Jones. He sees it, goes right over the glove. It's a tough one, but he can't stop it. And that turns out to be the winning goal. One of those MVPs we talked about. Brandon Jones scores his 4th playoff goal. Landry scored his 2nd goal of the day from the wall, but it's not enough. The Scorpions' 2nd year, they push the Cleghorn Crooks to the absolute brink, but it is the Crooks who end up winning the Massachusetts Tier 1 title. We're going to see them at the Nationals in a few weeks. You're going to see the Scorpions there too, but the Crooks are going with the silverware, looking to win the title overall like they did 2 years ago as the Leominster Stars. Matthew Aaron, thank you so much for being with us in the Game of the Week, but there are more finals to come. New Jersey, Pittsburgh. There are more great deciding games like this one on future Games of the Week. Stay with us. Thank you all for being with us. Hope you enjoyed the ESPN2 show last week. We'll see you next week. Thanks for being with us. Have a great rest of your day.